All right, what's up? I'm Eric with EC Squared. We're going to talk about credit and how important it is even today. Like I've always talked about credit. If you've seen my other videos, my other newsletters, blogs I've written. If you plan to buy a house now, it's even more important because two things have happened. Banks, Chase Bank for instance, they're raising their credit standards, their minimums, their limits for approving mortgages. So if you're looking at buying a house right now, you've got to have at least a 700 score minimum. That's your FICO score's got to be at least 700 minimum. As before, 680 could get you by. They've raised it up. They've tightening up their risks, their risk exposure, and this is why. The other thing is they're doing is they're requiring, most banks now are requiring a 20% minimum down payment. So the days of 10% and all that, harder to find. I'll tell you why in a second. But what's also happening, which is why you need to have good credit, is that banks are quietly going in and dropping people's credit limits, and that affects your score. The two main factors of your FICO score are payment history, right? The second one is your debt to limit ratio. Anything under 10% is considered good. I'll do a whole new video on how to fix your credit, which will include this. We'll link that below. But that's essentially what happens. Now, if you've got for easy example, if you've got a $1,000 limit on your card and you've got a $100 monthly balance, you're still considered good. Well, let's say the bank one day sees that you've made some missed payments, or they think that you're a risky borrower, or maybe you've missed payments on your mortgage or something else. They're going to drop your credit limit overnight in your sleep to, let's say, 600. Well, now your credit ratio, right, your usage to limit just went way up just because they dropped the limit. So now you're not going to be able to afford a mortgage until you pay that off. You need to be in tip-top financial shape with your credit and all your finances to get qualified for a mortgage. You've got to have even better credit than you thought you needed to have before, that was required before, and now you've also got to have 20% down payment. So those two go hand in hand. Banks are trying to minimize their risk and only lend to the most qualified borrowers. You want that to be you. All right, so check those other videos out. See you next time.